Okay, okay, ladies and gentlemen, friends and foes, boys and girls, stay away. Yeah, so Mr. Somebody, you're right there. Wow, thank you so much. How are you, friend? I am so blessed. I'm super happy in my life. I don't have any ailments. I don't have any big problems, except for that, of course, I would like to have more cash available. So, if you want to share some cash with Johnny Cash, maybe I should change my name to Johnny Cash. Johnny wants cash. So, how are you, Mr. Somebody? It's all my fault. I have enough money, but it's just that when I get my pension, I have so many plans. I'm when I was in the Philippines, we upgraded the building. I have the rental house. We upgraded that one quite a bit. And then we went down to our own house in the province, and the roof there was leaking. So it had to be changed. And then I spent way too much money on my old motorcycle, the Suzuki TS, and so forth, so forth, So, but that is just, mm, I've always been like that. I'm spending too much money. Mr. Somebody, you are great. Thanks. How old are you now, Mr. Somebody? I am getting older very soon. In just maybe June, end of late June this year, I will be 58. I have never been 58 before, but thank God I'm still on this earth and I'm alive and kicking, hopefully for a long time. So, is there anybody else out there? You are welcome to the chat. I have not been online live for a long time because in the Philippines, the internet I have there is not really good, very unstable. So here in Thailand, I have Wi-Fi included in the rent, and the Wi-Fi is quite stable and quite good. So I just arrived here in Thailand after spending several weeks in Mindanao in the Philippines, and this is my room here. You can see, you can. It's full of stuff, and the backyard is even full. Is up to the roof with motorcycle related stuff because I am doing a lot of purchases. I brought a lot of parts from the Philippines in here, and I'm planning to bring it all to Norway. Oh, Mr. Sri, 58. Yeah, so cheers. I'm catching up with you. I'll be 58 anytime now. 10 days from now, I will be 58. So you are, it's a long time since we chatted, but uh, correct me if I'm wrong. I think you are in the US, correct? In the US. And then I have never been to the US, so I cannot relate so much to the states there. But how is life in your area, Mr. Somebody? In the US, do you feel any progression after Donald Trump came into office? Is the gas prices down, or are there any improvements in your lives there? So me, I'm on a long trip here in Southeast Asia. So I was just like a week here in Thailand, and then I went to Philippines. I was there for quite a long time, and I just came back from the Philippines. So I was super happy to be in the Philippines with my family there. My son is there, my wife is there. Uh, the daughter of Jalin, who is not my true daughter, but still I consider her my daughter. It was so nice to meet them all, and the nieces, the uncle, the aunts, the cousins, and a lot of other friends I make there. Filipinos, they are extremely easy going and very nice to meet with them. So it's great live. Trump is the best. He is God's great gift to USA. Oh, hallelujah. I'm happy to hear that, Mr. Somebody. Even if I have never been to the US, I have since 2015, when Trump was campaigning. First, I said, oh, I don't like this selfish guy. But then when I realized that this guy is standing for what I'm standing for, he's pro life, he's anti abortion, he's pro freedom, he's pro um, economy. I mean, he's really, there are so many, he want really to help the middle class and the poor people by lifting tax burdens and all the kind of stuff and stop the dangerous immigration, expel those invaders. Yes. So I mean, I cannot say, I don't know why people would be against Trump. I know many people are against Trump. There are even somebody who claimed that he is the Antichrist. They say that also about Obama. They say that always people who want to say, oh, we know who is the Antichrist. Somehow it's Trump. Yeah, yeah, I don't think so. Trump is giving testimony that he believes in Jesus Christ. He has his own Bible version. He says Jesus is the Savior of the world. Jesus died, and on the third day he rose again. That is what Donald Trump confesses in public. So, how long are you staying in Thailand? Will you refer? Yeah, no, no. Thailand is for me a stopover between Norway and the Philippines. So, what I really wanted to do was to go to the Philippines and meet my wife and my son, and then I extended my stay there quite a lot. So now I'm back in Thailand, but I have this room and I have a lot of stuff here that I have accumulated. And I built a nice kitchen. I have a ref here. I have aircon, a small aircon, portable aircon, not so strong, but helps me a lot. So I really love to stay here. I have a scooter here, Yamaha Fino. So I really love to stay in Thailand. And when I arrived here, they gave me 60 days. Back in the olden days, they gave you only 30 days, and if you want to stay longer, you have to apply for an extension, pay some money, and blah, blah, right? But my next destination is Norway. I will bring a lot of spare parts to Norway, also send probably in the mail a lot of spare parts because the spare parts being in this room doesn't help me at all. And especially if I'm not here, if I'm here, I can sell it, I can send it. So why won't you stay in Philippines for good, Mr. Somebody? Hmm. Yeah, it's too hot for me, especially where we're staying. And the Philippine government is very oppressive, very oppressive. It's like a fucking jail. Philippines is like a fucking jail. And they think they can treat me as a fucking prisoner. That's what they did during lockdowns. And now, when I was there, I became very happy. But then suddenly, oh, you have to wear a face mask again because of the monkeypox. But I Google it, and the leading health advisor committee in the Philippines say monkeypox are not transmitted via the air. So there's no point in using a face mask, but still you have to put a face diaper because they say so. And I don't like to live in a country like that. I appreciate my freedom. Mm. So the people in the Philippines are living in a big, big prison. That's why tens of thousands of Filipinos who try to get outside of the country, tens of thousands every year, are being restricted. They take and say, no, you cannot enter. We think you are like this and like that, and you will not allow to enter the plane because blah, 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 blah. Just bullshit. They are fucking retards, those immigrants, immigration officers at the airports. They don't understand. That's past about COVID, the heat. I do understand. No, no, the Filipinos will never leave COVID. That's the point. Now there is monkeypox. I mean, there is one or two monkeypox in the whole of among millions of people, and they don't even show me any evidence of that at all. So, so they want to. They say social distancing again. Now, when I went into the city hardware in Digos, the same kind of stuff that happened during the COVID. Blah 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 blah. Remember now to keep everybody safe. Wear your mask and keep your social distancing and bullshit. Same bullshitting is going on. And they can trick the Filipinos again because the Filipinos are fucking uh, 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 how can I say? They are so brainwashed and fearful of their own government. There's no democracy in the Philippines. There is no democracy in Thailand or in any part of this world. There's no. Yeah. Oh, so I lost some guys, some viewers here. Okay, but that's how it is. You know. Now I really love the Philippines, but they should allow the people to have freedom. You know. Frankie is in China. I hear from him from time to time. He's very happy in China, but work is the economy is very bad in all over the place, even in China. So it's hard for him to make money there now. But he loves China. I mean, he speaks Chinese. He's been living in China for like 15, 16 years. So why wouldn't he love China? I was in China for like a week, but my problem was that nobody speaks English. Nobody in the hotel, they don't even understand yes or no. They don't understand it. I. But I'm sure that Frankie will succeed. He's working every day. He has his own ways of making money, and yeah, I hope he will be back again. He will come. He will come to Thailand soon, I think, because he needs to renew his visa. So the point is, I was so mad when they told me I was about to enter the mall to go and do my shopping. And they said, sir, you have to get a face mask. I said, fuck you. I said, you're fucking idiots. I'm so happy I'm gonna leave your fucking country. And don't expect any tourist to come to your country when you demand they're gonna put a face mask because of something that is not contagious by air. Oh my God. You know, the Filipino politics, they have found out, oh yeah, just put a face mask. I think maybe they invested millions of pesos in buying a lot of face masks from China and even face shields, and they still have a lot of stuff in stock. So that's why they're inventing a new crisis. That's how I think. Weather must be super nice in Norway now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's hot now in my area in Norway. I just came off the phone for talking with my pastor colleague in Norway, and he said it's really hot here now. It's like 20 degrees, which is hot in Norway. It's hot in Norway. So, but now it's quite nice in Thailand. It's a rainy season, so it's cloudy. I mean, I've just been here a couple of days now. The last 2 years before this, I spent here in the hottest season. It was terrible. Now it's much better. So yes, I have a portable aircon. I bought it last year. Um, so we Nordic people, we are not made. Our bodies are not made for handling the humidity and the heat that is here. Well, I'm happy every time, everywhere, Mr. Somebody. I'm happy in Norway. The Norwegians are fantastic people. I have my friends, my family, everybody's super friendly there, and I'm a part of that culture. I know everything in and out. So where I actually feel most at home is definitely in my own area in Rogaland, the county of Rogaland, Stavanger area. That's where I really feel happy. But I'm blessed because I don't pay any rent in Norway. I live rent free, you see. But I have a car there. I have my freedom. I have a free healthcare in Norway. Free healthcare. Yeah, amazing. So the weather, I know the weather. I have a car again. I said thank you. I have a car. So if it's windy and rainy and cold and stuff, I can handle my life in Norway, and I don't have to think about visa and renewal and overstay and all that kind of stuff. How can you afford to live in Norway? It's way cheap. Yes, but I don't pay rent in Norway. I live in a barn where the decades ago used to live chicken, where I now have my bedroom, and pigs, where I now have my kitchen and my garage and my service place for cars and motorcycles. So I don't pay anything. See? So that's why I can afford to live in Norway. Yeah. Yeah. If I didn't have that barn, which by the way is a blessing, the owner, there's a new owner. My sister's family, sister and her husband, they used to own that one. So it was family, but they sold it to this other guy. And I was told by my sister, you have to evacuate. I mean, you have to empty the whole thing there, get away from there. I said, oh, wow, what I'm gonna do? I have my whole life story, my books, my clothes, my photo albums is there in that barn. So I talked to the guy. I said, I've been using this barn for a very long time, like since 2005 and even longer. And do you have any specific plans, or can I ask you humbly if I can remain there with my stuff? And he said, I don't have any plans for those buildings. It's very old buildings, and it's very probable that I will demolish the buildings, but I don't have any plans of demolishing them right now. But certainly, there's no is no good reason to restore the buildings, but you can stay there for probably a long time, he said. Mm. So that's the story. That's the story, guys. So I get my nice bed there, get my leather chairs with footstools. I get my camping toilet. I have my freezer there, my cooking stuff. So, but it's not made for human I mean, it's made for pigs and chicken, right? So it's not really a super place to stay. But as long as I'm a single there with no kids, no wife to take care, of, I can handle it very well. So if I, that's why I don't want to bring my wife and my kid to Norway because it's too expensive, right? So my plan is to bring them, and too complicated also to bring them too long waiting time, a lot of money to be paid to the government just to ask for family reunion is crazy. So my plan is to bring them to Spain. Okay, but when that will happen, I'm not sure. Spain is also becoming expensive, especially not. I think everything, the housing also very expensive in Spain. So I think what I will do, I will bring them here to Thailand. I have this room in Thailand. I'm renting it. I've rented it for almost 3 years. Just have to build a bed here. I have a nice mattress. I will buy a bed frame and already have aircon. I have a scooter here. You know, we are walking distance from everywhere. So will your pension go up in your 60s? No. Mhm. But I am blessed because my pension is following the Norwegian, how can I say, like, I'm now legally living in Norway. So I'm not just here on holiday. So I'm spending most of my time in Norway. And but even if I didn't, Norwegian system is very good because we even if you are living in permanent basis in Thailand or Philippines or wherever you want to live, you have a Norwegian pension. You will take care of the annual growth in the pension. I just learned that in England it's not so. For the British, if they are living outside of Britain, they will not take part of this annual uh, adjustment of the pension to follow the cost and so forth. So that is a very strange why the British cannot avail of that. I really don't know how they're treating their people. And there was this guy from Australia. Oh my God. I saw it on YouTube video yesterday. Old man, he's 80 years old. He's working, paid tax all his life. He's very good man. And he has to be all the way flying back to Australia. And since he had the new passport, because when he was in Thailand, he actually lives here in Pattaya. So he came in with his old passport in Pattaya. When he left, he had a new passport. And that new passport was not registered in the social security system. So they threatened him, are we going to cut out your pension, totally stop your pension because you didn't follow the rules. So he went to the Australian embassy in Bangkok and they said, okay, relax, we will fix it. So they called the guys there in the Australia. They said, "Listen, look, this guy's followed the rules, but he got a new passport. It's not in your system." And wow, like that, it was resolved. But I'm just so, how can I demand that he's gonna go every 3 months back to Australia? That is crazy. Hmm. If you have lived in your country, you have paid your taxes, contributed to the society for so many years, like I have done, and that guy much more. Well, you have a right to keep your pension on the same level as if you were living in your country, right? So now I'm actually living in Norway. Then they would cost. I go to the doctor for free. I get a lot of medication for free. I have this blood pressure medication for free. I have a test for my blood sugar for free. So I pay a little bit every time I go to the doctor, but that's not much. So for the people who live outside of Norway long term, like here in Thailand, they have to pay their own doctor, hospital bills, or they have to have a private insurance. So of course, no, Norway saves a lot with all these Norwegians living outside here in Thailand, because if you're sick here in Thailand, they don't really. Yeah, you have to pay a lot to be covered, but still you're not covered. Okay. So, is there anybody else out there who wanna join the chat? You are most welcome. Yeah. So yeah, it's they say, oh yeah, if you don't live in Norway, you don't pay VAT when you buy food and stuff like that. Yeah, but also you don't have a free healthcare. You don't have any. You're not a burden to the society except for the pension that you have paid in for decades. It's like a security, a forced retirement plan. So of course you have paid in that one. You deserve to have it. So now there's a big problem in Thailand here because the Norwegian embassy decided that uh, they will change their practice. Until now, you could go to the embassy in Bangkok, and before that, here in the consulate in Jomtien, and then they will check out your payment from the social security, and they will give a guarantee, like they say, okay, this and this person, he has this and this money every year, every month, like this, and stamp it, and the Thai government would recognize that uh, affidavit, whatever you call it, from the Norwegian embassy, and so you could have a 1 year visa, retirement visa. But now they refuse to do that. They say they don't want to do it, even if it costs quite a lot of money to get that service. So it means that probably hundreds of Norwegians living in Thailand cannot avail of those 1 year retirement visas anymore. You just sell the two bikes you are restoring. No, no, not yet. I mean, the guy has ordered it already. He ordered like the one of them in February. He paid some down payment, and I'm supposed to be back and give it to him because he's going to Thailand on holiday on June 29th. So I said, okay, what's the problem? My friend in Norway, he can fix it, but he said, no, it's better. It's better we wait until he's back from Thailand. So I will be the one doing the the sale. I have some one part from here. I chromed it. It's in the chrome shop. I will pick it up soon. And then I have to change one cylinder a little bit there. So yeah, so that's it. The second bike, I have parts here with me from Philippines. Two mufflers, two seats. I have stickers, decals, as they call it. It's gonna be super beautiful, and I will show you something very interesting. I have with me destroyed 100cc cylinder from Norway for GP 100. Now, what I got here in Thailand is this is an unrestricted 125cc. This is the exhaust port, extremely big. This is like a motorcycle mechanics. This one in the 100cc restricted cylinder, like 1983. The time the restriction was 7 horsepower on the cc bikes in Norway, and this one is an 18 horsepower racing monster cylinder block. Oh, this one very cheap, very cheap. I think 400 bucks, something like that, but extremely difficult to get hold of. Extremely difficult. Mm. And I already did that kind of job here before, so I know the guys here will do it. So I still have in my suitcase when I came from Norway. It's still in the one of the suitcases. You see those suitcases there by my mattress, full of motorcycle parts from Norway and from Philippines, whatever. So uh, I grew up with two strokes. My first two motorcycles were Yamaha FS or SS 50cc mopeds. Then my third motorbike was a Suzuki 100 GT 100. Yeah. Then it was my moped Suzuki AC50, also two strokes. So yes, I love two strokes. I also had a Yamaha YZ250 motocross with 56 horsepower. The weight of that monster was just like a moped. I think it was like 85 kilos, but you can imagine 56 horsepower. When, when my friend tried to, they want to borrow it to test, I said, no, no, careful, you cannot handle it. Oh, yes, we can handle it. All of them, they drew out in the tires, which were around the motocross field. So, yes, I love two-stroke, guys. I spent quite a lot of money on restoring, upgrading my Suzuki TS125ER, which is in the Philippines. Yeah. You know the word Vespa? It's Italian for wasp. Yes, Vespa. I had Vespas too. So I had Vespa. I love them. Yeah. It's amazing. The two strokes are they are so simple to fix. So simple to fix. You know, when you have a four stroke, you have the valves and camshaft and cam chain or whatever. Some of these Hondas in the Philippines they have the rods that is just lifting up and down the valves. And then it comes down to do you have two valves or do you have four valves on your engine? So if you have four valves on your engine, that can dramatically increase the power. But if you have a two-stroke, you can do what I did since I was a kid. I put a big drill and I raised the. I will tell you that. Show you that. So this is the exhaust port. Okay. So the exhaust port in the Norwegian bikes were extremely limited, very small. So I just put a big drill and woof, the power exploded, guys. The two strokes are very easy to. No, did you have IFA models in Norway? No, I have not heard about that. My older brother, Øystein, he was student in Bergen. He bought a Honda PXR50. I also had one of those. It's a two-stroke small Yamaha, no, Honda two-stroke moped. And when he arrived to Stavanger, it's quite far from Bergen to Stavanger, and there are ferry boats you have to catch. And so when he came to Stavanger, he was very irritated because the moped only go like 48, 50 kilometers an hour, and so he didn't have time to reach the next corresponding ferry, so he had to wait. Okay, so I said, okay, give me the moped. I had two. I was living in my mother's house at the time. I took off his cylinder and I just put a big drill, like 8 millimeter or 10 millimeter, in the drill. I kept it on the top of the freezer. We had a big freezer, and I just put some planks around it. And I clean it, put it back. Now his moped went 60 or 65 kilometers an hour. He was super happy. So on his return, he managed to travel much faster. So that's what I love about the two strokes, guys. And also, if you drive a two stroke, like my Suzuki TS 125 in Philippines, but also my Yamaha YZ250 back in the days. What is interesting is it's quite challenging to drive, because if you have a four stroke, you just give speed and then brum, it will go like that. But a two stroke will fill up with a lot of exhaust in the exhaust chamber. It's called expansion chamber. And then so it will be like a but once you push out that, it will like that. I love that. It's a wild. It's a wild. So two strokes are my big love. Yes, two strokes are my big love. Very easy, very easy. So, Mr. Somebody, where? Please remind me, where in the US are you at? Because I'm not too much into the. Oh, I didn't buy a ticket yet. I don't like to plan too long ahead, because sometimes I have orders, so I have to get the parts, and so the longer I stay here, the more business I can do here. If I'm in Norway, I have to rely on my friend here in Pattaya. I will send him the parts via online shopping, and he will send it to me. So when I'm here, I can just do the business on a daily basis if I have customers. So I love to stay here. Really, I love to stay here. But of course, it's so good because I found a guy who I can depend on, trustworthy. So he's sending my parts to Norway from Thailand. But I have to pay a lot of shipment. I have to pay a lot for import taxes sometimes. Oui, near Boston. Yeah, Boston, exactly. So Boston is like a bit south from New York, and on the East Coast. I told you before, I heard about the Boston Tea Party. Yeah, so where they start to rebel against the British king, who wanted them to pay taxes for tea. Correct? And as I recall, this is one of the older, earlier colonized parts with a lot of old, nice colonial buildings in the U.S. I saw some videos, YouTube videos about the Boston area. So I think that is like some of like the cradle. Yeah, so like a cradle of white USA history. Yeah? Okay, wow. And I think that maybe the climate is also quite nice there. I would suppose. What is how is your climate there in the summer? I think it's quite nice and pleasant, and in the winter maybe not too freezing. So what is the name of your state there? Like I said, I've never been to the United States, uh, but I'm trying to keep up. Yeah, we have Four Seasons symmetry. I love Four Seasons. I love it. Especially in Norway, it's extreme. I just talked to my friend. He's actually from Nigeria, but he lived in Norway for many years. He's a pastor together with me in the church in Norway. And in Spain, we have a ministry there. And he, for the first time in his life, he just now recently went up to the far north of Norway and he experienced the midnight sun. Can you imagine? And I told him, which is true, I would love to have a property with a boat, fishing boat, in the north of Norway, with a humble house, and to stay there in the summertime when the weather is fine, and to enjoy fishing. There's so much big fish you cannot imagine the fisheries in the north of Norway is fantastic. You have the summer midnight sun. Oh my god, huh? Just amazing. So beautiful. Some of the most beautiful places in the world is Norway, by the way. So I'm a proud Viking. Are you still in active ministry and preaching? Yes, I am. I am. We are planning for. Yes, when I was in Norway, I was preaching, and we are planning to start some ministry there when I return to Norway. But we're also planning on starting a ministry here in Thailand, Pattaya, for Norwegian Scandinavians. First of all, because there are so many of them here, but also like English language ministry. So many, there are thousands of people here, and I met them every time I'm here. I meet them, but I very rarely go to bars. But if I go to bars, it's amazing. Jesus is Lord and King. Amen. He is King of Kings and Lord of Lords, Mr. Somebody. So when I came here in 2022, September, I stayed in close to my older uh, residence here in Jomtien. And so outside there was a bar. So I went outside from my hotel or motel, whatever you call it. Went outside there because just very close to the hotel was a bar. And I liked the bar. And I met some guys from Russia, from Ukraine, from France, from Holland, from Belgium, Norway, Sweden, whatever. And it turned out that they were also from Australia. It turned out they were very open for the gospel. So, to my surprise, the owner of the bar, the female owner of the bar, she had been married with a Christian Western man, but he died some years ago, so she was a widow. But she had become a Christian. I mean, the owner of the bar. So they played my YouTube videos from Swavel Predikanten, where I'm singing my own homemade Christian songs and also many other lovely worship songs. So we played them in the bar on the big screen because they have internet, they have a very huge screen there, like they would play YouTube music or whatever, and they played it. And so, especially the guy from Holland and also a guy from Belgium, they said, we would like you to open a ministry here because we are always coming here and we want to have fellowship and worship together with the Christians. and that really. And I said when I come with in my mind, the Norwegians, I'm not shy. I'm not shy. I'm I'm always claiming yes, telling them yes, I believe in Jesus, I believe in heaven, I believe in hell, and some of them they try to outsmart me, but I think I'm rather smart as of religions and Christianity versus atheism. So they have been quite put away, like, ooh, okay, we never met this kind of Christian before. So, welcome to my paradise. Yeah, Pattaya, you open a planning to open a ministry here in Pattaya. Now tomorrow I will be going to church in Jomtien. There's a local pastor there. He is a Thai pastor. He went to Bible school in England many years ago, and so his English is quite good. That's a lovely man, very lovely man. He has a small church here in Pattaya, and I'm very happy to support him. Uh, so much of his preaching is in Thai, of course. So we're just to support him. But sometimes he will say, "Okay, can you give a greeting, Johnny?" So I'd send a greeting. Sometimes I bring my guitar. I have a guitar here. I show it to you. Hmm, hmm. Now the problem is when I was tuning the guitar, one of the strings broke. But I will try to sing a song for you guys anyway. Okay? Oh my God! I have to put on the. Yes, good to see you guys, Mrs. Somebody. Nice to see you. I'm in the Philippines. It's very hard for me to go live. I wanna live, I wanna give. I've been a miner for a heart of gold. These expressions I never give keep me searching for a heart of gold. And I'm getting old. Okay, that wasn't a worship song, but over the mountains and the sea, your river runs with love for me, and I will always. Hmm, okay, I'm a bit tired. Okay, the guitar. Open up my heart and let the healer set me free. I'm happy to be in the truth, and I will daily lift my hands, for I will always sing of when, when your love can die. I could sing of your love forever. 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 God bless you. Thank you for your time, brother. So, signing off from Pattaya here. Thank you. God bless.